dollar is really strong vis-a-vis why people are posting up ridiculous graphs that showing that China's growth is in the dollar terms, China's economy growth is basically negative for last few years, which is completely nonsense.
It all turned around this. So the next year's graph will be a big spike just because the RMB appreciated against the dollar this year. So the most destructive thing that you hear on to the West that you hear in Western media is whenever something on CNBC or Bloomberg or whenever these talking heads start talking about China's economy, they'll start out and say the world's second largest economy did X, Y, and Z. Now, whenever I hear that, I think that has gotten the U.S. into all kinds of trouble. Because in reality, China's economy is much bigger than the U.S. It's not just bigger in purchasing power parity terms by, say, 25, 30%.
On my way.
It is bigger by multiples. 2 times, 3 times. And because of the thought that everybody's still in their head are using nominal, and nominal has been lowballed just as purchasing power parity has been lowballed, that you run into problems like, Percent thinking that, or Trump thinking that trade wars are easy to win. This is the exact kind of thinking that got the U.S. in trouble when they thought that, they could crush Russia's economy when Russia is just a gas station with an army. This is the exact same thing. When they actually started fighting the trade war, then all of a sudden they find that China has all these resources, all these cards to play, and you get into the Jaws moment. They find out how big the fish is. We're going to need a bigger boat. So what has happened over decades is that China has been lowballing its GDP reports. And this has started in the 1985 was when China first had its first GDP estimate, which is submitted to the World Bank. The World Bank insisted that China start out with a per capita GDP of $250 per person. And the MBS fought tooth and nail and kept it to $180.
Moving out.
So right in the beginning,
Reporting. Enemy contact.
China and the World Bank had been having these fights. They did weird things. China used to measure its economy, its national accounts, on MPS system. It's a material production system where they do not count services. This is part of the Soviet-Leninist economic, how they account for the economy. Right now, everybody uses UNSNA, System of National Accounts. And that does include services. So for the first round out, when China was calculating GDP, it just added 13% to its NPS number and called it its services GDP. 13% is a ridiculously low number.
Good to go.
So the idea behind, communist or planned economy GDP is that services kind of doesn't count. Services is considered a cost of production. Whether that's true or not, that's the theory behind it. So for decades, China has been, and even when it did go to the SNA accounting system in the 90s, China was given a lot of leeway. So they were actually operating on a hybrid NPS SNA system for many years. Part of it was lowballing its GDP for WTO negotiations, where it wanted to be a developing nation for as long as possible. And part of it was they just did not believe that a lot of these services was and then, all of that has continued on to today. Now, where is the proof of this? It's all over. You just crunch some basic numbers, you'll get that. One, China's electricity production is about 2.4 times that of the U.S. How can that be when you are when you are supposedly 2/3 of U.S. economy. China's production of cars is 2 times the U.S. China's production of ships is 200 times. And you can go through all of these, not just on the production side, but also on the consumption side. Now, an economist, Rafael Gutmann, Brazilian, but he teaches in Santiago, Chile. He has very meticulously crunched all these numbers. So every few years, the World Bank does this thing called the ICP, International Comparison Program. And the IPC is what officially sets the purchasing power parity GDP. So what they do is they send people into all these shops, 16,000 shops in China, to compare Chinese prices to everybody else, just to set all the GDPs equivalent. So everything's supposed to be equivalent.
What can I do for you?
So what it ended up with is China's per capita purchasing power parity GDP was almost exactly equivalent to Mexico. Yeah, all right. That's about $24,000 a year.
This is good.
Chinese person will go, oh, let's go. Because you look at any city in China, down to the fourth tier city, they're all more impressive than Mexico City. And just walking up the streets, you can just tell which city is richer and poorer.
They got a sensor lock on me.
But if you actually crunch the numbers, as Rafael Gutmann did, you will find that China has been completely lowballing its ICP data, which you're not really supposed to do. I'll read you off some of this data. It's pretty stark.
Yeah, before you pull up this data, this reminds me of the recent IMF ranking of the world's advanced economies. And they listed Bulgaria as an advanced economy, but they didn't include China, which totally doesn't make sense. But I saw people saying, oh, this is because Bulgaria is part of the EU. Its people can easily move across the borders where they can get higher salary, blah blah blah. But still, compared to cities, compared to infrastructures, there's no comparison. But anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
So for instance, when they list out what the ICP purchasing power parity GDP is, and then you check third-party sources for these line items of how much is actually produced or consumed in that country, you find out that in Mexico, purchase per the dollar per terms, it's over $2,200 US. China's $8
Primary target is taking damage.
24 cents per calorie for China and 68 cents per calorie for Mexico. Now, that's definitely possible, but you would have to believe that Mexican food is multiple times better than Chinese food. You run this analysis through a whole bunch of products, and you have the average car sold in China is $12,000 compared to the average car sold in China, Mexico is $26,000. Now, I know what the price of the average car sold in China is. I know from third-party sources. I know it because we covered cars in my old bank. It's $25,000. It's not 12. So that's 12. Somebody's lowballing. And housing, China's housing is half the price of Mexico's housing.
And on the car itself, I know for a fact that for cars that sold in China, as soon as they export it overseas, the price doubles at least.
Yes.
Because I own a Chinese EV. Well, actually, it's manufactured in Indonesia, but owned by a Chinese brand, Wuling.
Commander.
That the same model, same brand in China goes for about $12,000. But Indonesia, the sticker price is like $24,000. It's double. It's double the price you pay in China. Yeah.
Yeah. And even this $12,000 that China lists as its average price, we know it's not $12,000, $25,000. Anybody in the auto analyst who covers the third-party data finds all these prices not what is the average actual price in the market. Education, like university education in Mexico, depending on the pricing. Electricity in Mexico is twice as good as Chinese electricity. So in this ICT data, which nobody checks, but if you do any kind of a spot check, you would find that all of China's numbers have been low. So it's unclear how much it has to justify. It has to justify
Light
at
damage.
least
Hold
a
it firm.
multiple. That's where I get my 2 to 3 times GDP number.
Moving out.
Where China's between 2 to 3 times US levels.
Get clean topology game-ready mesh in one click. Triple upgraded low poly to smart mesh, which can generate a model in about 2 seconds and ready to use.
That's a kill.
Level up your production pipeline
Good to go.
using triple smart mesh now.
Acknowledged.
Okay. My backup napkin calculation is I look at electric consumption and I look at the car sales and that's why I thought car sales in China it's about twice the number of cars sold in the United States.
Not much armor left in that location.
Your mother sucks cock in hell. Hello. How's it going? What?
Commander?
Hello? Good. Yeah. So how are you doing overall? Yeah, not bad. Okay. Now let me just be honest with you. I'm a drunk deal. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Hello? Yes. Are you stereotyping me?
That's a critical hit.
No. You got one answer, and it's either yes or no. It's a no. What did you just say? It's a no. You crazy bitch, I'm gonna take you down. Yeah. If you start that crap on me, I will walk your happy ass out of here in 2 seconds. Yeah. Okay. Now let me just be honest with you. You're a bitch. Okay. Hello? Kathy, are you there? Kathy, are you there? Well, my mother told me don't ever ask a woman how old they are. Do you mind saying that? Yeah. Okay. And then? Tell me what's attractive to you. Must be maggots like you. Tell me how you feel about that. And then right.
Receiving you.
Right now, you're really playing the victim. I think you like being a victim because it's easier for you to rebel. I think you suck cock. No. And let me just be honest with you. You're a bitch. Okay? And your mother's a whore.
Acknowledged.
No. Tell me how that's a good deal for you. Because she fed you with prostitution. Let's get real. We're going to be real. Let's be real. Yeah.
Target neutralized.
Be very careful talking to me. Why? Are you the boogeyman?
Receiving you.
You jack with me and you'll be gone before you know it.
On it.
And your mother sucks cock in hell. Gonna have the Mexican mafia kill you? And then you're gonna stick it up your ass? You think you bring it better than that? You're worthless and uninteresting.
Mess him up.
Then you're a dickhead.
Good to go. Here we go.
Leopard inbound, Commander. I'll meet you at the LZ.
You're stupid. Don't talk about yourself that way. I'll play this ridiculous game with you. Thinking about getting a penis enlargement? Excuse me, are you gay? Are you gay? No, but you are. I'm gay. When did you acknowledge that you were gay?
Waiting for orders.
And I want you to start having a gay relationship, okay? Okay, go ahead and have
On my way.
I know that you're a whore. Good. And I want you to start having a gay relationship. I want you to start living as a gay woman.
This should be good.
Okay, you're a gay fucker. Good. You like taking dicks in your mouth. Quit being mad at me and just love me again. Yes. What are you so angry about? I'm not angry. Are you mad? You have no life. That's okay. You know what? I'm not some schmo here. I'm a drunk pimp, okay? Well, good for you. Quit being mad at me and just love me again. You're a fucking whore. What did you just say?
Move.
You heard me, whore. Did you mean that when you said it? I mean, you're a fucking whore. You and I are going to disagree on some stuff today. I can already feel it. Well, if you feel anything, it's probably your neighbor's dick up here. You are part of the problem. You are not part of the solution. I don't want to be a solution, dumb fuck. You're worthless and uninteresting. Then why do you spend your money to call me? I'm a playboy? I didn't call you, suckface. I know that you're a whore. Yes, you are, Chip. A whore. A whore. That's your mother. You need serious, serious help. Yes, you do. You're stupid. Go down to your neighborhood crack.
Commander?
And get some help. No, no, no. 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 You jack with me and you'll be gone before you know it. You already are gone. Don't waste my time. Fat slop, bad whore.
Enemy down.
You uneducated moron.